Wanted to make a Blue Eyes deck profile, so I did. I took 3 copies of the Blue Eyes structure deck, free to play, no crafts, and made a deck. But I also wanted to make a deck for a viewer, specifically Sandy Crush 8868. Thank you for the comment. So right here are the 2 decks. I have the pure free to play, which is just 3 structure decks, and I also have the Chaos Turbo. You can skip through the video if you just want to see the specific deck list. They'll also be in the description down below. Also, if you like the video, subscribe, like, comment. It shows me a lot of love and it makes me want to keep doing these. So this deck just uses 3 copies of the structure deck. You don't need to craft anything, although you could make a better version if you did craft cards and use bundle cards, but this is specifically for people who just want a deck quickly. 2 copies of Blue Eyes. I mean, you need Blue Eyes in the deck. Whitestone is only purpose adds Blue Eyes. Besides that, it's kind of useless. Maiden with the Eyes of Blue is weak, but in slower paced Yu-Gi-Oh! Or with a new player, it's quite good because when it's attacked or targeted, you special summon a Blue Eyes, who's a big dragon, is so, kind of hard to get rid of. Protector with the Eyes of Blue, you can special summon a Blue Eyes from your hand. Sage, you can special summon Blue Eyes directly from your deck, which is really cool by using the hand effect. Or when it's normal, you can add any one of these like little level 1 tuner like guys, like Whitestone, who's one of the more better ones because it doesn't really do anything on the field, but when it dies, you can special summon a Blue Eyes from your deck, which is powerful. Dictator of D, he loves a D. He sends the D directly from the deck, and by D I mean Blue Eyes. What else did you think I was saying? He's pretty good in that aspect. You can also special summon 1 from the graveyard. 2 Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. It's only good if you have a Blue Eyes in your hand, but even if it's in the graveyard, like discarded or whatever, it still counts as a Blue Eyes White Dragon in name in the graveyard, which benefits Jet Dragon, which is a very powerful card. Dragon Spirit of White, when it's special summon, you can banish a spell or trap. Besides that, it doesn't really matter. The ways you special summon it are using like your little guys like Stone or Sage. Maiden doesn't do it, but Protector does. 1 Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. It adds a ritual spell or polymerization and a level 8 dragon at the end phase. The adding at the end phase is really good in my opinion, but usually the duels are over in like 2 or 3 turns anyway, so it doesn't get too much advantage, but it is a very powerful card that generates you like free cards, which is nice. Jet Dragon is the best card in the entire deck. 3 copies of it. It is annoying. It makes all your other cards indestructible by card effects. Also, when this card attacks, you can return a card on the field to the hand. It's very annoying, powerful, special summons itself whenever something's destroyed, even on your opponent's side of the field. That's why we just run 3. Deep Eyes, I don't really like this card, but it is a cool Blue Eyes card, and since we're only running all the cards in the structure deck, I included it. It's just if a dragon's destroyed or Blue Eyes specifically, special summon this card from your hand. Chaos Max is a big ritual. It is searchable in the deck, but not as searchable as it could be since we're not running a lot of the really powerful ritual support cards that are introduced outside of the structure deck. Melody of the Awakening Dragons, it just adds you Jet Dragon, also adds you Blue Eyes, adds you Chaos Max. It's one of the better spell cards in the deck. Return, special summon, it's like a monster reborn, special summons a dragon from your graveyard. Only 1 Mausoleum of White. It's the only 1 field spell in the deck. It gives you 2 normal summons, but the second one has to be a level 1 light monster, which the deck is filled with. It also can send a Blue Eyes from your deck to the graveyard, which fulfills the Jet Dragon's effect to like protect everything and summon itself, which is nice. 1 Chaos Form, just because you can ritual summon, but it's not the main goal of this deck. The main goal is just playing Blue Eyes. Strength and Unity is okay because when it's face up on the field, you can send it to the graveyard, add a Blue Eyes from your graveyard to your hand, and 3 Visions of Blue because it's essentially target a monster you control and then return it back to the hand, and you can special summon a Blue Eyes from your hand. And 3 True Light. This card makes your Blue Eyes like unaffected by card effects, which is a really powerful effect in Yu-Gi-Oh! Combined with the fact that Blue Eyes has one of the highest attacks in Yu-Gi-Oh! 3000 is still high, even though this card came out in like 2004. So yeah, this card is very good. That's why we're running 3 copies. Extra deck doesn't really matter. Just Twin Burst, you could make it if you have 2 Blue Eyes on the field. Silver Eye may come up if you have an original Blue Eyes and a tuner, which I mean is possible. This is the one you're going to be making the most. Hieratic Sun, just 2 level 8s, boom, you have a monster that can get rid of cards on the field. That's it for the free-to-play. There is a replay, and we'll watch it right now. Okay, so replay number 1. Opponent is going first, and they Hippo Carnival and turn. Now, I was a little sussed out because I'm like, I've never really seen that card. Well, I did back in like 2016. It's been a while. And I'm playing the free-to-play structure deck, the one that's just 3 copies of the structure deck. What I do is Dictator of D can special summon itself from the hand by sending a blue eyes from your deck, and then we can special summon one of the blue eyes in our hand by discarding and special summoning it, which is nice. Melody here grabs us 2 cards. We get the Ritual, we also get Jet, and perfect combo and perfect use of the cards is that we're able to make the Ritual by sending a Jet, so not only do we have Jet protection in graveyard, but I mean, the Ritual is just one shot for a game. So, I do have another replay, and I think it's against tier elements. Yep, here we go. OG Blue Eyes in hand, so it's kind of a brick, or is it? We also have a Sage with the Eyes of Blue, Melody of Awakening Dragons, and Return of the Dragon Lord. So I could special summon something if I can get another dragon in my graveyard. I'm going to do Sage here, or at least attempt to. They're going to send Skomata and negate our Sage effect. I think they thought that Skomata would trigger because Skomata says when sent to the graveyard from a card effect, you can send a Shaddoll, but it's sent as a cost. Yu-Gi-Oh's kind of dumb with ruling sometimes, so it doesn't matter. Regardless, we're doing Abyss Dragon, special summoning it from the deck. We're adding Chaos Form, going Return of the Dragon Lord, special summoning the OG Blue Eyes. Battle phase, attack with 2. I definitely could have played that better. But, I mean, you know, it is what it is. We're going to do Hieratic Sun God, detach OG Blue Eyes, get rid of Jet in hand. Now Jet is live. That's the only reason I did that, because I wanted Jet to be live. But I was kind of dumb because I'm playing against Shaddolls, and they run this card called Shaddoll Fusion, which if I control a card from the extra deck, they just get a free fusion summon. So that's what they do. They get Wolf from sent from the deck and a Beast Duel. Now it's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm definitely in a position where I'm like, well man, it's not looking too good. And they're also going to pop our Spell Trap, which isn't the worst thing in the world because Jet Dragon does trigger when we get the special. And they summon Baton de Fleur. They try to pop Jet Dragon, and this is where this is where it gets funny. I banish the Return of the Dragon Lords that protects the dragon monsters from destruction, and then they're forced to attack. Construct can just destroy any special summon monster. So Jet Dragon also has an effect where, oh, if it battles, you can return a monster. So I'm going to return Baton de Fleur. I'm going to bait out their Omni-Negate. And yeah, they end turn. They go into Predaplant Verite Anaconda. And I'm like, are they playing DPE? And they are. They make DPE. And normally DPE is one of the scariest things in the whole of Yu-Gi-Oh! But we have Jet Dragon. And Jet Dragon is way more scarier in my opinion. So we're going to bring out Jet Dragon for free, get another Jet Dragon for free, and yeah, they're going to have the DPE, they have the Dasher free special from the hand, they're playing tier elements, now they're going in full combo. Kit Kalos can send, they're probably going to do the Cash tier 1, mill 2, now they can have like 10 cards milled this turn if they want, put the trap back in the hand. Oh, beautiful combos. DPE back on field, and it's like, what am I going to do, right? What am I going to... Well, Jet Dragon has the effect where other cards you control cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. That means I have 2 Jet Dragons, and it says other cards, then none of my cards can be destroyed by card effects. So right now they're trying to pop my card. Nothing's working. They go into De Gralis, the Timeless or whatever, bring back the Baton de Fleur, and then they realize they can't do anything, and they just surrender. Jet Dragon is really scary. Okay, this version uses 2 structure decks. It uses the Dark Magician structure deck, and it uses the Blue Eyes structure deck. It also has expensive cards. It has Maxi, Ash Blossom, Infinite Imperm, all at 3. I think that you should own at least 1 copy of Maxi. You should own 1 Infinite Imperm, Ash Blossom, multiple copies. They're the most played cards in the game. That's the reason I'm putting them. Here is the deck list. We have 1 copy of Blue Eyes. It is sent from the deck to the graveyard multiple ways, but the one I like the most is Dictator of D. It's a brick meaning that you don't want it in your hand, so that's why it's only at 1 copy. Effect Veiler is searchable with Sage of the Eyes of Blue. Effect Veiler comes in a bundle. I think you should buy it because the bundle deals are pretty good in my opinion. Sage with the Eyes of Blue has a hand effect which just special summons any blue eyes. It's very powerful. Its searches are just effect filler and 1 white stone. I'm only running 1 white stone because it's only good in the graveyard, so if it's in my hand, if I don't have a way to discard it, I'm kind of just like, okay, set, pass. I don't like that, so that's why it's at 1. 1 Magician's Soul. If I ran Link Karibo, I would most likely up the copies of this because this is a good card because it works really well with the Illusion of Chaos engine. But I don't run Link Karibo because I didn't craft anything for this besides the structure decks and the bundle deal. So 3 Maxi. This is just a very powerful card, most played card in the entire game. It's very good. I don't really want to talk about it too much. It's a good card. Magician's Rod only has 3 searches in the entire deck. Chaos form. The reason I even run this card in the first place is because it gives Illusion of Chaos the option to add a ritual spell in the form of adding Magician's Rod. When normal, you add Chaos form, which is a ritual spell. So I want to have that option. 3 Ash Blossom just to stop the opponent from playing. It's pretty powerful. 3 Manju, the 10,000 hand, so you can get into your rituals, even Illusion of Chaos, which is a very good option very quickly. 3 Dictator of D, because it is a good normal summon, because you can discard a blue eyes card and special summon 1 from your graveyard, but more importantly, it gets this brick out of your deck and into the graveyard where it belongs, because Jet Dragon takes advantage of that card so bad. Besides that, it's just a free special from the hand, so it's pretty cool. Chronicle Sorceress, you might be surprised with this, but it works pretty well in this deck because if you have a light or dark in your graveyard, you can send something. Like if you have a light in your graveyard, you can send a blue eyes, including a Jet Dragon from your deck to the graveyard, so it's like a Jet Dragon search, and it's searchable through Illusion of Chaos, which adds a lot more like synergy with the deck, which I love. Only 1 Abyss Dragon, because you want to special summon this from the deck, or from your graveyard through like a Dictator of D, but multiple copies doesn't really do much. Adding a ritual spell and special summon is very powerful. During the end phase, you get a dragon too, it's very powerful, but you only need 1 copy. 3 copies of Jet Dragon. It's the best card in the entire deck. I think it's even more important than Chaos Dragon Max or whatever his name is, just because if you get 2 copies of this card, you're in for a treat. It is a machine. Nobody can destroy it by card effect. It's just like so scary and annoying to deal with. Illusion of Chaos is extremely powerful in this deck just because you can add a ritual spell, you can send Jet Dragon or whatever if you wanted to, or you can do Magician's Soul, which is just a free special from the hand. This is the boss of the deck, I guess, besides Jet Dragon, and it's just cannot be targeted, cannot be destroyed by card effects, and it does double pierce damage. So it's not super special, it's just annoying to deal with because it's like, bro, how do I get rid of that? It's so big. 3 Melody of the Awakening Dragon. It adds you pretty much all the blue eyes cards, which is really nice. Chaos form, it allows you to ritual summon. I think you can even ritual summon Illusion of Chaos if you really wanted to, but mainly just Chaos Max Dragon. That's the main goal. And 3 Infinite Imperm, because it's a hand trap. Stop your opponent during their turn. The extra deck is super jank, and in fact, I recommend you, if you added or crafted any cards, it would be the pot cards, such as Pot of Extravagance and Pot of Prosperity, because the extra deck is kind of garbage, in my opinion. I mean, you have a main deck monster that's like a literal boss, so the extra deck's not super important. It's only normal and rare. The only things that I would say are mildly important, or at least something to consider, is Cross Sheep. Cross Sheep, if you ritual summon, draw 2, discard 2. Not really going to come up, but it is there. The one that's even better than Cross Sheep, Draglubion. This card is very good. In fact, it is so good that I would probably recommend it in all future Blue Eyes builds, free to play going forward, because it allows you to, well, first off, you get a 3000 dragon, rank 8, that can't be targeted by card effects. You get a special summon another monster. That other monster, Heart Earth Dragon, pretty much says that during your opponent's end phase, you can detach one material, banish all cards your opponent currently controls that were normal or special or set. Everything your opponent played that turn, banished. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. So I love having that in the deck. The rest of the extra deck is just not important. It's just free to play stuff. It might come up, it might not. It's not really important. Regardless, let me jump into the replays. Alright, this is a pretty good hand. Maxi, Ash Blossom, Magician Souls, Illusion, and Max. We'll do Magician's Soul, Special Summon and Defense. I'll do Illusion, add Magician's Rod. I'll put back the Ash Blossom. Magician's Rod can add me the Ritual spell. And I'm like, well, just turn 1 Ritual, right? That's what I'm thinking. So that's what I'll do. We'll make Chaos Max Dragon and end turn. And I'm thinking, well, at this point, I've already established a big monster, so why not just preemptively drop Maxi? I mean, they could be playing Kashtira for all I know, and they are, kinda. They summon a Kashtira, and then a normal Iron Chain Snake, which attaches to my monster. They can look at the top cards of my deck. When my monster is destroyed, they can send cards from my deck to the grid. It's very strange. Very strange combination of cards, but I can see it working in tandem. It's kind of cool. The top deck and Ash Blossom which doesn't do much, so I'm just like, okay, attack pass. Alright. We'll just another Max C, I guess. Let's just drop it preemptively, because I mean, I have a Chaos Max, so I don't really have to be afraid. They're going to activate Dark Room Nightmare. Super shiny and pretty, not gonna lie. And our turn, Infinite Emperor. Okay, attack. And set the Infinite Emperor in this column so that I can negate the Dark Room Nightmare, because Infinite Emperor, when it's set down, like, has an additional effect. And I'm just gonna Ash Blossom that, and I think that just makes them like scoop, because they probably don't have any favorite cards. But yeah, man. I mean, it's not the most impressive replay, but I mean, this is what the deck does. You know, you have hand traps, you have a big monster, you kind of just protect the king. That's the playstyle. Okay, and this hand is really cool. Dictator of D is going to send the Blue-eyes White, special summon. Then it's going to discard, special summon the Abyss. Abyss is going to trigger, adding a ritual spell. And then I just go straight to end phase, because I have kind of like a hand that I play on my opponent's turn anyways. And add the Max Dragon. So I have 3 disrupts. I have Effect Veiler, which is a monster effect negate. I have Max C, which kind of like, hey, you do a bunch of things, I draw a bunch. And I have Jet Dragon. If any of my monsters or cards is destroyed, special summon Jet Dragon. I'm gonna do the Effect Veiler here because I'm like, well, hopefully their hand's not too good, you know. Hopefully it's not all gas. And let me speed it up because their hand is gas. I'm gonna spoil it. Let's see, I'm just going to be drawing a bunch of cards. They took the Maxi challenge. So, alright, draw Magician's Rod, special summon, Infinite Emperor. Wow, that would be really cool if I didn't have a monster in my field. Magician's Soul, this is normal, XYZ, another draw, Sage, and Hope Harbinger, another Jet Dragon, make that guy, another Infinite Emperor, and Jet Dragon special. So, yeah, I don't know what happened here. So this guy has the effect where he can attack 3 times during the battle phase, but they chose not to use the effect. And then they attacked into my Jet Dragon, which can just bounce a card. So I'm like, okay. Spoiler alert, I'm not a genius either. So I'm gonna just do my plays, right? Like, okay, we'll special summon Abyss, I'll try to get out my ritual monster, we'll get some searches out, Chaos form. And I'm like, you know, I think we just win here. I don't gotta keep playing. Jet Dragon, bounce back in here. Nope, doesn't work. Luckily, when Jet Dragon dies, even from like suiciding, you can just come back for free. I'm like, okay, Jag Luvian, I'll special summon the thing from my extra deck, Heart Earth, which like I can banish during your end phase. But the secret effect is your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving this card. English, it's hard. Okay, maybe they don't know that. Maybe they don't know about Heart Earth Dragon, right? They don't care. They're like, I don't care about that card. I'm not gonna attack it. You can't make me. Well, yeah, I can. Dictator of D says, while you control Blue-eyes, you can choose the attack targets. So, good game. He just killed himself. Regardless, that was loud. That's going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. All that good stuff. I do love that stuff. It feels good. You know, it makes me feel inside. Anyways, I'm going to be going. Have a good day or night, and maybe I'll catch you next time. Later.